All right, welcome to today's 2020 Atlantic Hurricane Season Outlook and Discussion. So we're still tracking the tropical wave nearing Florida as we speak, which could be forming in the next couple of hours to even tomorrow. But we're still watching this tropical wave, which is what I'm going to be talking about first today. So if you want to see some of the other storms and things that could be forming, just skip through the video. But our first thing I want to talk about is this tropical wave right here. So this is where it's going to be in about 6 hours. It's going to be around here, kind of, I guess. So this tropical wave is going to be moving through Florida. So anywhere, if you're pretty much anywhere in Florida could be affected by the system. But at the moment, it's like around here. The center of circulation is kind of here, but like most of the thunderstorm activity is south of it. So it's kind of weird, I'm gonna say. But systems are showing this more favorable. It's in right now. It's like around here, and this is in a really favorable environment. Um, the wind's just slowing down everything. So it's. I think this could become a tropical depression to tropical storm, but the National Hurricane Center hasn't picked up on it at all. But it's gonna be moving through Florida in the next couple of hours. So really, I mean, where I live like in Florida. I live like right here. It's already like super gray, and they're saying 100% chance of rain all day tomorrow. So it's definitely going to be affecting Florida from like all the way this entire area, like, even up to here. But so like the looking at the GFS, like I said, it doesn't. It kind of shows it. Oh my, what did I do? It kind of shows it develop, but like not really. Why can I not write anymore? I'm sorry about that. So it doesn't really show it develop or anything, but you know, we'll have to see. But so if we move on, see it does. So right now, this is like where it is in 6 hours. So it's kind of big. But it's like here, but it's pretty big. But going into, let me just move this down here. So in 12 hours, it's like here, and then going into 18 hours, it's like here, and this is where it should hit Florida. So in 24 hours, it's around here, and it kind of like hits the west, south, like southwest of Florida, and that's when it got like really just blows up in precipitation and everything throughout South Florida, and it kind of goes north and really hits where I live right here. So right now, this is where it is. It's pretty much going to be moving this way in the next couple of days. But then, see, it doesn't really develop, and then it makes a run for the North Carolina. So here's my prediction with this. I think it's going to be developing around here as a tropical depression to even tropical storm. So really, I think it could be a tropical storm by here. Then moving into here is going to weaken and then become a tropical storm again and then hit the Carolinas. I think that could happen. Or it might just be a tropical depression, or it might just be an invest, or it might just be nothing and just be a tropical wave that kind of moves around. But this is pretty much the track we're looking at right now. It's going to hit the Carolinas and Florida. So we're going to have to see what happens with this. But most models are showing something forming. Like, it's not only the GFS. If we go to, like, the CMC, so it does show that area of precipitation getting itself together. And, see, it does show it here around here. So most models are showing the system, okay? Boom, move through Florida, see right here, and then it shows it going, see, kind of making a run for the Carolinas. And now we also have the subtropical system, but we'll talk about that after. So I honestly think this could develop. I don't know why National Hurricane Center is not picking up on it, honestly. I think it should be at least like an area to watch, or at least like an invest, but it's not showing anything. It's saying there's a tropical wave, but it's not really picking up on it. So I mean, but most models are picking up on the system overall. Oops, what did I do? So what is this? Looking at the European model, like the European model. Hold up. I mean, all the models are picking up on that potential system. How do I change this? Is that it? Yeah. So like most models are picking up on it. See, boom, it does show that like area. It does show the tropical wave, and then moving into the Carolinas. So it really shows the same thing. So like all the models are picking up on that system, but they're not really developing it. Most of them do kind of develop it like right before here. That's why I think it might become a tropical storm. Like I think it's gonna become a tropical depression here, and then tropical storm here, and then back to depression and back to tropical. So I think it's gonna do something like that, you know. But you know, we're really gonna to see. But on to our next system. So next system we're looking at today is potential subtropical. So let's go to the entire North Atlantic. So let's look at the GFS first, because I always like to look at the GFS beforehand. So this is a subtropical system right here. Let me just get back to the normal low pressure thing. But 1 minute, guys. But our low pressure system, this is where it's located right now. So this is our tropical wave, but then looking at our low pressure system. So this is our potential subtropical depression or storm. This is where it's located. All right, low pressure potentially. So it's getting less likely that this actually develops, but the GFS does shows it developing in the next 102 hours right here, and then they kind of like get sheared apart, and that's pretty much all it's showing. All models are showing it like stay alive for like 1 or 2 days, so I think this could be a depression, at most a subtropical storm for like a couple of days, but I mean, probably subtropical, but it just get completely sheared apart really quickly. It's very the water temperatures are getting favorable, but like the wind shear is just not favorable, and I don't really see this develop at all. Uh, Maybe a tropical storm, subtropical at most. So we'll have to see how that goes. But then next we have look at that. So right here in the Pacific, actually East Pacific, we have Amanda. Woo! So I'll be covering that when that actually forms. But this it tries to get itself right here into the magnificent Atlantic Ocean. It actually does go into the Atlantic Ocean and affects the Yucatan before moving into the Gulf of Mexico, where it just gets sheared apart. But then, East Pacific Second System, whatever the name's going to be for that one, I don't remember, it also wants to go in the Atlantic, and that's where we could be seeing something. So actually, like, the European model actually shows the system becoming something here, I believe. So if we go to the European model, yeah. So GFS doesn't show it do anything, but the European model actually shows this becoming a hurricane. Um, right here, this could be a hurricane. This is what the European model shows it. GFS doesn't show it becoming anything, but the European model shows it become a hurricane and heading somewhere. So we're gonna have to be watching out for this, but it's still a little bit far out. But the European model is picking up on it. But going back to the GFS, we have a second system that forms, and that's that one. Now, those systems typically kind of form in November, but like, it does form, and then it kind of, we don't really know where it's going to be heading out quite yet, but it actually becomes briefly a hurricane before heading out this way, and I really think this could be impacting Florida. Let me go back. I don't like having this, so let me quickly go back to the normal thing, but this could potentially be impacting Florida if it does do what the GFS says. So we're really gonna have to look out for the second system. So let's get blue. All right, so there we go. It forms in like 312 hours, so it's still very far out. But it does, if it does show it briefly becoming like a small hurricane at 993 millibars, and then it kind of falls apart potentially. But it could, like, maybe it just gets into winter. It's still far out. Like, the track, I do think it could make a run for the East Coast or make a run for what most storms in this area do. They form like here and then they kind of go somewhere in here. Or even, I know I could do something like this, but it does form. So right now we're looking at how many systems? 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're looking at 4 systems for today's tropical weather outlook and discussion. So tropical wave, which I do think is going to form, or subtropical storm, which I don't really think is going to form. The European model showing another hurricane, and then the hurricane right here. So that's 4 systems. So Bertha, crystal ball, whatever that is, and whatever that is. Let me get the names. 2020 Atlantic. So Dolly, Edward. So okay, so Cristobal. Okay, Bertha, Cristobal, Dolly, and Edward. So those are all the system we could be seeing soon. But we'll have to see now. Really quick before I end this video, I just wanna look at the satellite imagery for or Atlantic system in the Western Atlantic. Just show you guys like why I think this could become a hurricane. Like look at that. Not a hurricane, but like a tropical storm. It's like, look how much this entire area right here is blowing up. Now, surprisingly, the center of circulation is like here, I believe. It's kind of confusing. But look how much this, let me change the color. Let me get to like maybe some pink. Look how much this is blowing up. Like, it's pretty crazy. Now, there's this entire like area of thunderstorms. But the main area of convection is right here. It actually moved yesterday. We had one here that completely died out and moved this way. But it's kind of interesting because it seems like it's moving south. Yeah, see, it's kind of moving south. Like, let me just. So, a couple hours ago, it was right here, and now, yeah. So it is the big center of circulation. It's moving south. Now it's here. I'm not too sure why. But we're already seeing lots of thunderstorm, and I do think this like system is gonna be moving through Florida in the next like 2 days, and that's why I think it might develop. But who knows? I guess we'll see. And then we also have the subtropical storm. But that's pretty much it. This is your 2020 Atlantic hurricane discussion and outlook. Also, the 3 point. What is it called? Where do I get this? Yeah, ocean analysis. The 3.4 index is still dropping. Like, look how much it dropped, guys. It was like way up here. We have an El Nino last year, so it was like way up here. And then now it's completely dropped down. We're like at a La Nina now, so it's pretty crazy, but it's still dropping. And the ocean, it's still like rather favorable for the development of this tropical wave. I mean, it's like right here, so it's favorable, and subtropical is favorable. It's fine. So that's pretty much it, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out. Thanks for watching.